The year is 2006. LEGO Avatar The Last Airbender sets are starting to hit shelves. Two beautiful models kicked off this theme with a bright future ahead. With so much awe and wonder from the source material, LEGO is sure to turn this into one of their flagship lines for years to come. Unfortunately, that was not the case. After just a 2-set initial wave, the LEGO Avatar theme was cancelled, never to return again. Fast forward 18 years later, and copies of the sets are so hard to find, you might have to pay quadruple digits to even attain them. So, what happened? Why did LEGO Avatar flop? Why were only 2 sets in total ever produced? The answers are different than you might think. Our story begins in 2005, when a new show on Nickelodeon dropped called Avatar The Last Airbender. While Nick had found lots of its success in wacky comedy cartoons, such as Jimmy Neutron, Hey Arnold, or Fairly Odd Parents, Avatar was a bit of a departure from their normal programming. A more serious tone, narrative-driven action/fantasy. This wasn't Nickelodeon's usual cup of tea, but it was immediately embraced. Positive ratings and critical acclaim quickly drove Avatar up the ranks of the all-time greatest Nickelodeon cartoons. And as with any popular IP, commercialization ensues. Tie-ins began to be produced, including from our favorite Danish toy maker, LEGO. 2 Avatar The Last Airbender sets debuted in stores on June 1st, 2006. The first set, number 3828 Air Temple, retailed for $29.99 with exactly 400 pieces. The build recreated the iconic location of the Northern Air Temple while being attacked by the Fire Nation. Minifigures of Aang, Sokka, a Firebender, and a Fire Nation soldier were included, along with an exclusive brand new mold of Momo the Flying Lemur. The bigger of the 2 sets, 3829 Fire Nation Ship, retailed for $49.99 and contained 722 pieces. Exclusive characters such as Katara and Prince Zuko were included here, alongside Aang and more Fire Nation goons. The build was a sight to behold, a quite impressive and very grey Fire Nation ship in all of its steampunky glory. While both of these sets definitely show their age, and the minifigures look a bit oddly stylized, they are now worth over 10 times their original retail today, especially if you want a copy sealed. So, this begs the question, why did LEGO stop with just 2 Avatar The Last Airbender sets? There's obviously no shortage of source material, with plenty of more vehicles, locations, creatures, and characters they could have produced from the show. The reason the theme ended so prematurely is because of one invertebrate. Now you're probably wondering, what does SpongeBob have to do with Avatar, besides coming from the same TV network? Well, that network in question, Nickelodeon, is key to this situation. You see, SpongeBob and Avatar weren't originally introduced as their own individual LEGO themes. Rather, they were grouped together as one bigger theme called Nickelodeon. LEGO and Nickelodeon were running a bit of a market experiment with these 2 lines. They selected 2 of the most popular Nick shows, gave them a small wave of sets, and whichever sold better would then become a full-fledged theme, leaving the other out to dry. And to absolutely nobody's surprise, SpongeBob SquarePants won. More people bought the 2006 SpongeBob sets, and that theme lasted all the way until 2012. This honestly felt extremely unfair to Avatar if you ask me. Avatar was popular. It had a devoted fan base, but it was no SpongeBob. In fact, nothing was or is. That show is still running today, making it one of the longest running TV shows in history. SpongeBob is a global sensation, and 2006 was around the peak of its popularity. Avatar was never going to compete with that. It's almost like LEGO and Nickelodeon didn't even give it a fair chance. SpongeBob even got 3 sets when compared to Avatar's 2 sets in that year, giving us more reason to think that it wasn't even a fair battle to begin with. And because of the L Avatar took, we've never seen that theme resurrected ever again. This whole scheme looks even worse in hindsight, as Avatar has garnered a cult following in the years after the show originally ended. In fact, the series is more popular now than ever, spawning countless graphic novels, a sequel show in The Legend of Korra, a really bad live-action movie we won't talk about in 2010, but a new Netflix show here in 2024 that's hopefully a bit better. There is so much potential for fantastic LEGO builds from this universe. I would love to see a brick-built Appa or the Siege of Ba Sing Se. There are also so many iconic characters such as Toph, Uncle Iroh, the Fire Lord, Suki, Azula, or my childhood crush, Ty Lee, that don't even have LEGO minifigures. I truly hope that LEGO and Nickelodeon work together again and bring us more Avatar sets. It feels like they're sitting on a gold mine of content that could be made here, and I'm willing to bet the show's ravenous fan base would be all over it. But for now, I'll just have to sit here and daydream about having enough money one day to be able to purchase one of the old sets.